What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hammerdown Motorsports. My name is Steve Fass, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today in Pennsylvania, it's a little bit cloudy and, you know, kind of we've had rainy weather all week, so it made a little bit of a mud hole over here. This is where the electric trench was dug, and then I backfilled it with a skid steer, and I basically ended up sliding all over the place and making a pretty big mess, but eventually this will all grow back in and we'll be good to go. So over here, we have all this closed back in, and when I was closing this part in, I kind of made a nice little ramp here, so we might be doing some fun things with this when it's all dries out. I have my water line all the way over to here right now, kind of just got this roughed in, so later on I can trench over to the house and have all this connected. Right now, this is kind of our corner here. I have my electric conduit is all in, all the way up to the box, which is over there. And we're about to pull wire for that very soon. We have our meter base over here ready to go. So things are happening at the shop here. So we just basically have to put in the conduit over here so we can get into the other shop. That needs to be run, but I do have it all dug with the excavator. So getting into the shop right now is kind of like this. We get over to this side and then try to get as close as we can. Jump over top and we can get to the door. So as we step inside the shop here, I do apologize for if there's any echoing with it being just a bare open building. It echoes. There's nothing I can really do about that at this point other than try to talk closer to the camera. And when we do have this all insulated and finished, that should be eliminated, but it's something that we have to deal with for now. I know there's been some issues in the comments with that, but we're going to try to work through it, and it should be a good time when we're all finished. But we do have the Reno over here. We are going to be doing some work on that very soon. I've kind of been going slow on this project just because I wanted to get everything done in a way that you guys could see every step of it. But I think we're going to end up pulling the head here pretty quickly, and I don't know if I'm going to go through every little step. There is videos if you are doing this job on every little step of the way, and it gets to be very time consuming, so we might just do a time lapse and get after this and rip it apart. Drop in the comments, should I do a detailed deconstruction of the top end of this engine, or should I just time lapse it, get it out of the way, show you guys the carnage, and we'll just stick to the big parts of the project. And you guys can drop in the comments if you have any individual questions for any particular part of this teardown. And over here we have the Minibike engine. I've been planning on maybe taking all this stuff off of this particular engine because over here, let's go for a little walk. I went to Harbor Freight and I bought a new Predator engine. So I have a brand new 212 Predator engine in the box, ready to go. So we're going from a 196, I believe that other one is, to a 212. So we might be doing a little bit of a big block swap on the Minibike project, which is sitting right over here. And being that we haven't really had a whole lot of time to work on this, it's still dirty. I still got to take the fenders, the fuel tank toolbox thingy off and strip this whole thing down so we can get the frame down to where it needs to be to get it painted. But being that it is cold weather right now, I really don't want to paint it when it's super cold out. I want to wait for a warm day, or if I can get some heaters on this thing just so the paint will cure properly and not end up shrinking and getting all weird on me and stuff like that. But this project should be really fun with that new Predator engine, so I guess we'll have to wait and see how that all turns out. So over here we have the restroom. Let's check this out. Yep, pretty much what you expected. And hey, there's the beast mode Truck Central truck. This truck here, I mean, I do apologize if there is a little bit of wind. I'm trying to keep it inside as much as I can because it is a bit of a windy day. We have the dry rotted tire over here, which leaks and it pretty much goes flat within about 10 minutes. So we're gonna be trying to fix that with this tire over here, and this is the one that popped when we sank this in the hole when we had the construction going on for the building. We had a little bit of a hole where a tree was, ended up burying the truck in it and popping this bead off the rim, and it lost all its air obviously. So I'm going to be taking this up to the shop in a little bit, and we're going to fill this back up, and hopefully we can use that on beast mode. So as you can see, it is a pretty bad muddy mess out here, and I'm gonna try to figure out something back here. I'm gonna put gravel back here or something like that, because it is a really nice spot. You can hide some ugly old trucks back here, and you don't have to have them parked out front, and it's just kind of a nice space over here behind the shop. So over here we have the race trailer. We do have the Camaro. We didn't get rid of the Camaro, even though we haven't done content on this car in forever. It is still in the trailer, still from the last time I took it racing. And unfortunately, we did get rained out kind of at the end of the season and didn't get to do a whole lot of racing with the car, which kind of sucked. I ended up making a video that I didn't even release because I just didn't edit it, and then other things happened. I don't really like putting out like old content or whatever, but we ended up doing a 11.5 with this car at night at Cecil County Dragway, and we were spinning. I was spinning my Mickey Thompsons, and this car never spins those tires, so the prep was really bad, and I think we would have gotten a low 11 if we could have got it down the track for quarter mile. So I went a couple days later with Nick, Guitar Armageddon Z01, and CSP and everybody else. They all showed up. We went for a little race day, and it ended up raining the night before, and they cut us down to 8th mile. So now an 8th mile time isn't going to be a quarter mile time. This car is not made for the 8th mile. So that was the last time I raced it, and it didn't really do all that well. I did one run. I'm not going to waste tires on doing 8th mile with this car because it doesn't start getting going until after the 8th mile. And yeah, that's pretty much the story on the Camaro right now. I do have one part that I need to put in the car. I do want to take it out of the trailer, but I don't really want to do it until they start doing the wiring in here, because I'm going to have to move the trailer out so they can get their lift in everywhere it needs to be. So that's kind of where that's sitting right now. So that was just a quick little shop update for you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying following along on the progress of the shop build. I mean, obviously I'd like to be doing more stuff with the cars, but being that it is winter, I mean, this is a perfect time to be doing stuff as in building the shop and whatever, and getting all that in place. So when we do have electric in here, we can get a lift, we can get heat, and it's gonna make this place so much more usable. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. I can't wait to start doing projects in this shop. But speaking of projects, my neighbor Mike has a 1997 7.3 liter F250 that he bought for his son Dalton. Now his son is a little bit too young to drive at the moment. He's probably got about a year or so to go, and he's got this truck. He's got a dream. He's going to be building this into his truck for when he gets his license. It's going to be pretty amazing, but the truck has bad batteries in it. I do have a couple of old batteries from a job that I've had laying around. They got a little bit of juice left in them. They're a little bit old, but I mean, I think they're going to start this truck up just fine. I put them on the charger last night, and we should be good to go with that, and hopefully we can get this truck started. It hasn't been started in about 7 years, so let's go check it out. All right, here it is. Dalton, tell us a little bit about your truck.
It's a 1997 F250 with the 7.3 diesel. It's a pretty rare truck to have that motor in it, so that'll be my first ever truck. Awesome to have a diesel.
Gonna jack this thing up?
Yeah.
Make a beast out of it? It's gonna be awesome. I hope it starts up.
Yeah, so do I.
So we got batteries, we got a truck. You really excited to hear this thing run?
Yeah, very excited.
Oh yeah. What do you think, Mike?
What do I think?
The Ford gonna start?
Yeah. I don't know, man. She needs some work.
Yeah. You get there though.
Yeah.
These old diesels run forever. All right, so the new batteries are in. Well, the new to this truck batteries anyway. And this thing has an issue with the key. So you can turn it to accessory, but it doesn't want to crank. So we're just gonna jump the relay, which on these old Fords is right here on the fender. And we can get this thing to crank over. Okay, we got the key on. We heard some relays clicking, so we definitely have power. Got a little smoke on that one terminal. Yeah, it's a little bit rigged here, but definitely turns over quick. Gotta build some heat in them cylinders.
Yeah, man.
No smoke out the tailpipe just yet. What do you think? Think she's gonna go?
Not sure. Maybe.
Been sitting a while. You got any ether?
No.
I don't know. We're not seeing any smoke out the tailpipe just yet, so what's the first thing you want to do to this thing once it's running?
Not sure. Just get it all cleaned up first. Get every little thing done, and then start to get into the lift and all that. The bigger
Nice.
tires, so.
You gonna change that dash pad?
Yeah.
Nah, keep it. It looks sweet.
Everyone gives it that old look.
I don't know what happened there. I mean, I'm sure it cracked from the sun, but it looks like somebody's picking at it or something.
Yeah.
Ah, well.
Up here I'm gonna put a flag.
It's nice. Which flag?
Probably American flag.
Just American flag? No rebel flag?
Maybe. Now that I think about
That's
it.
too controversial, right?
Nah, I don't care.
Awesome. So Mike went over to go get some ether, try to give this thing a little bit of a sniff, and then we could possibly, hopefully get a little fire going in this engine. he does have his American flag on the back already, which is pretty awesome. And I think this truck would go really nicely with maybe some 38s. Give her a little sniff. Woo! She wants to run on the starting fluid. Give that starter a little break.
Yeah.
We did have a little bit of smoke happening, but so we'll have to give it a little bit of a try in a minute.
We should probably pull that filter. I bet you that filter's bone dry.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure the fuel filter probably, I don't even know how long it's been since this thing's run. What, 7 years you said?
It's been a while.
Yeah, so might want to check the fuel filter and see what we got in the bowl.
What are you doing? Put me on video?
Yep, this is the official way of getting this filter cover off. A big pair of channel locks. There you go. What we got? Ooh, she's dirty. Eh, filter's dirty, but we got diesel in there.
Yeah.
That thing should be white.
Nice.
So it hasn't been changed in a very long time. Now you know what you need to do next, right?
Oh, we know.
But at least the diesel looks sort of alright in there.
Yeah, doesn't it? Yeah.
Full. I want to use that. Let's use this.
Alright, you ready, dude?
Alright, so we got the filter tube off here. We're going to go direct. Get rid of that juice. Oop. Come on, Ford, you know you want to do it. Ah.
Turn the key off, dude.
Now we're running our batteries low. Throw the charger on it, see if we can get a little bit more juice in here. We're so close. We had it knocking and banging a little bit. I can smell the diesel. I know it wants to go. The heat's starting to get in those cylinders, I think. All right, we gave it a little juice with the charger. Let's see what we got here now. Yeah, I didn't spray it yet. Ether locked.
What's that?
Ether locked. Here we go again. Ah, it sounded so promising. I just turned the camera on and it's wanted to start. But the batteries are just run down at this point.
She's gonna want to go. Just give it a little bit.
Just got to let a little juice get back into these batteries. We did turn it over a whole pile of times and just kind of ran them down. These batteries are about 5 years old. That's why they were replaced in the first place, but thought it'd be enough to get this old truck running. It's just, it gets that big burst of power and then it's just not enough. You gotta let them batteries charge up a little bit. I can smell diesel though.
Oh, I can too.
Yeah, so it wants to. It's just it's cold out today and diesels don't like the cold.
Yeah.
Especially ones that haven't ran in 7 years on old batteries. But we gave it a try. I'm hopeful once it warms up, we get some charge in these batteries, we can revisit this and get this old truck going.
Yeah, it'll get going.
So how's it feel to be the only 14-year-old I know with a diesel truck?
Awesome.
He's lucky.
Can't wait to drive it. 2 more years though, so.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? It'll be all done by then though, right? See, that's just the starting point right now. Get her all done.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, man. So we got the charger on. We now have the block heater plugged in because it is a pretty cold day. We're gonna give it 15 minutes. What do you think? We're gonna give it one more try, right?
Sure. Sounds good. Absolutely.
I have hope.
It's never one more try though.
That's right. I mean,
Never
we're not giving up on this truck. I mean, it's gonna start today one way or another.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna hope anyways. What do you think, Kitty? You think that Ford's gonna start? Guess not. All right, let's give this one last try. See what we got.
Thumbs up.
Come on, baby.
He's locking up. Sorry.
A little too much sauce. It's really tough to do when you're trying to put the ether to it and then sometimes it stops off the relay.
And take my picture.
Well, you know, I got to do all this at one time.
Yeah, if you don't get me in the picture, dude, it's not even worth getting this thing started.
Exactly.
Right?
So if you go out of frame, this thing's definitely not going to start, right?
Yeah.
Well, we tried. It's a cold day. My hands are freezing. We've been out here for probably, what, 45 minutes or so? But
We're not done.
we're not done. Let's stay out here until all our appendages freeze and fall off, and we'll still be standing and laying next to a Ford diesel. But we tried. Warmer day might be a little bit better for us.
Yeah, probably.
Let these batteries charge up a little bit. On these it starts. They don't always start.
Oh, it's gonna start.
We ain't giving up. It's gonna be like midnight. That starter's gonna be glowing red.
It's gonna start.
Maybe we could put our hands by the starter and warm them up.
Yeah, right. Might need a new starter by the time we're done.
Yeah, it's happened. All right, so the plan is we're gonna put a trickle charger on it. Let them batteries charge up and everything like that. Yeah, maybe a warmer day would help us out as well. So we didn't have too much success, but there's a little bit of hope that the Ford will start. It does have a couple of issues with the ignition switch and all that kind of thing, so it might be something that might be hindering our starting of this truck, but we're gonna give it another day and we're gonna try again. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and as always, keep that hammer down.